Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. One thing is certain in our life, it must be understood. Within the understanding come ourselves. How something in our heart, something push us into edge. What something in our heart, we must detect that things, that disease from our heart, that cause us disease within our inner conscience and within ourselves. Yet no one yet discovered what's inside of the heart. Because heart can be accomplished, can be divided, can be detailed in many different performance. The prime two segment of the heart is called diseasing heart and pure heart. Well, there's a two different between diseased heart's been diseased with a pure heart. Diseased heart somehow don't realize the fact within the original source of its own trueness and righteous. But in the meantime, appear as a good, tidy, polished, and vanishing person. In the meantime, appeared as a good person. In a short, disease mean a heart which is a diseased heart. A heart is sort of can't detect the trueness and righteousness, can't detect the fact verification within which originated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, while appearing as a good person. And that type of disease called pride, kibr. And the other part of the heart, as I mentioned earlier, the heart has got two parts. A heart which is occupied by the disease, and that disease called pride. A heart which is occupied by the purity, and that purity called practice and pious. Practice and piety. So within the piety, within the pure heart, a person can detect, can understand and declare the fact and verification within the origin source of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then knowingly implementing and act upon them and acknowledging himself towards that original source. But the diseased heart, but the heart which has been diseased, yet didn't discover and detect the fact verification, has no knowledge or beneficial information from the trueness and righteousness, while stand against it and appeared as a good man, as a good person. in a short language means he is a victim of his ignorance. While the other person is honored of his fact verification and acted upon his righteousness and good deeds. So, we've got two types of heart. Our heart is primarily has got two parts. This is in the school of ethics and akhlaq. قلب الخاشع وقلب المتكبر. A submissive heart who submitted himself by detecting and finding the righteousness and acted upon it. So two things makes that heart is humble and submissive. His true knowledge and also his acknowledging himself towards that knowledge. He's acted upon that knowledge. He authorized himself. He authorized himself within the help and association of his knowledge to act upon it, to continuously doing what has been ordered, what has been inspired by their heart. Because a true heart, a pure heart always has got an inspiration. Influencing others has got an influential matter. Making a positive psychological matter towards himself and the other. Contributing well. Giving well. Calling himself to serve Allah and His creation. That is the duty and the function of pure heart, which, as I said, the pure heart is developed by two things: by true knowledge and righteousness, by true knowledge, and then he's acted upon that as a righteous person, as a piety. And as I said, the product, the material of this pure heart is piety. But in the other hand, we've got the diseased heart. What is the diseased heart is? The diseased heart is the heart which is yet not detected, not yet finding and discovered the area, the field of trueness, yet not in the area and fact verification. Don't know where he's come from and where he'd go. Yet, though they whom in the field of wandering and perplexity, and those people appearing as a good person, in their knowledge, they think they are a good person. In their knowledge, they think whatever they are producing, whatever commitment they have, is immoral. But indeed, they are the victim of their ignorance, yet they are not discovered and find it, the righteousness and trueness, which that trueness been captured, originated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his household, specifically Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam, says, this world can ruin you and can make you. This world can ruin your hair and your hereafter, and can make you, can take you, can put you in the safest place, in a higher place. So it is your decision, and it is indeed this decision comes from heart. Which heart? Is the eye, is a pure heart? What does this heart? If this decision is been captured, it comes from pure heart, it can make you. It can ensure and guarantee your success and your request, your wish, your will, your high goal. On the other hand, it can ruin you if it is inspired, influenced by the diseased heart, by the pride heart. Because pride heart can't detect the trueness, can't detect the righteousness, can't acknowledging themselves towards good things, but appearing as a good person, appearing as a good guy. They think whatever they are doing is good for society, good for the people. But the noble people, the true people, the people of the journey is denying this matter, rejecting this matter, calling that sort of people wandering around, perplexing around. Don't have a safe journey, because we are in a journey. This life is like a bridge. We're passing over the bridge. In terms of their shortness, how short means how this life is short is a temp. متاع الدنيا قليل فإن الآخرة هي دار القرار. This life is like a bridge. You're passing over the bridge. We're in a school, we're in an institute of advice and ethics. We're from the viewpoint of a school of ethics and ilm al-akhlaq. This world classed as a place to pass your examination to Allah, the place of examination, the place of testimony. You are 24 hours, within 24 hours you are monitored. You are monitoring by the angel of right angel in your shoulder and left angel in your left shoulder. And God keep testing you. Especially Allah testing those people who Allah loves them. If you pass the test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will offer you more. If you failed it, you won't progress more. You won't move on. It will be paused. So, what's this job? That job is, as I said, in the school of ethics and ilm al-akhlaq. This world is class known as place of examination. As Allah examined, tested most of His Anbiya, most of His Wali and Prophet. As Allah tested most of His choosing slave, the most knowing, tested Prophet is Prophet Ibrahim. That Allah ordered in His dream, told in His dream that he should slaughter. That he should slaughter, sacrifice his son Ismail in the way of God. And he passed that examination. So we said the pure heart, producing a good things. By that producing good things and that good deeds, acknowledging themselves that this world is a place of examination and the school of ethics. And in terms of their shortness, is like a bridge. As the Quran said, فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Surely, the paradise, the heaven is the place to abide, to settle down, not this world. Surely the paradise is the place to settle down, not this world. So see the continuity, see the consequences of pure heart. A pure heart leads you from temp life to a permanent life successfully. A pure heart picks you up as you're almost trying to falling over. Because in this world is like you're almost falling over, you're almost tramp, you're almost going to trap, you're almost going to be befooled, but pure heart is going to pick you up, holding your hand, accompanying you. Is pure heart as a unique companion, is the best, moral, valuable friends. A pure heart is the valuable friends that come along with you till you reach your destiny. Because of the three elements. What's the three elements? We've got the three elements that pure heart is producing that take you to safe journey. The main element, prime element, is the pure heart is detecting, knowing the trueness, and then act upon it. By acting upon it, this is a material or something is acting upon it, you move on to the second stage of the element. Second stage of element, you know. In terms of shortness, this life is like a bridge. You're passing over the bridge. In terms of institute of ethics, you know this life is a place of examination. This world is a place to worship God, to pray God, not to settle down. And the third element is You know that pure heart is your best friends. Is the best companion. So these three elements take you successfully to the hereafter with so much joy and pleasure. More specifically, the best of the best is Riza Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the please of Allah. As you say, Ilahi rizan berizak. The best thing that the best choosing this life can receive is Riza Allah, the please of Allah. The please of Allah is greater than the paradise. That Allah has been satisfied with their slave, happy with their slave, approved his slave, not anger over slave. So that three elements of pure heart leading you to everlasting happiness, to mortality. And the diseased heart primarily has got two elements can ruin you. And one material, that material is like a fire, like a wood, that causing the fire of two element. What is the first element that causing the fire of diseased heart? The first element is, the main element is, they are not yet detecting the truth. That's why they're different. As Prophet Muhammad said, I've got over 72 nations. From 72 nations, only one nation is true. Only one nation is the right path. For most people nowadays, it's very hard to detect the righteousness. What is the truth? What is the fact? What's our original path? What's our original way? They are lost their path. They are lost their way. So, working in a false lifestyle, believing a false God, believing in a false ideology, believing false methodology, believing false way of lifestyle, believing false attitude, believing false book. This is the main element, the main element that lead you to the fire, the two fire. One, the fire is you appearing as a good person. If you're not a good person, you need to be appeared as a good person. It means there is no morality. You are lack of morality, lack of value, and that causing disease our society, and that destroying our society, disturbing others. That's why our world is so chaos, so mess, different tribe, different argumentative. We live in such argumentative world. One acclaiming, acknowledging pride one or other. One thing they are superior over other. Why? Because they are not yet detecting the trueness. How am I going to be as a good person? What's my duty? How I'm going to function as a human being? What's my responsibility? The first element is, I told you, the first element is causing the fire of disease in heart. The element is you're not yet detecting the trueness. And that element causing a fire make you to be appeared as a good person, and that way of life causing disease our society, misleading our society, is a wrong interpretation, wrong understanding, wrong communication. Wrong view, wrong opinion. And then the other element is worse than the other. That heart is leading you to a permanent destruction, leading you to a permanent miserable life. Make your life miserable forever, here and the hereafter. So, the pure heart is the source of enjoyment, a forever enjoyment, an everlasting enjoyment. But the diseased heart is a place of misery and worthlessness, wrongdoings, and that lead you, make you miserable forever, and causing lots of problem and chaos, your life and other. In the book of Usul al-Kafi, the author is Shaykh Kulaini. Volume 2, page 311. He's saying, narrated, Shaykh Kulaini narrated from Muhammad ibn Jafar, an Muhammad ibn Abdul Hamid, an Asim ibn Hamid, عن أبي حمزة عن أبي جعفر عليه السلام قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, ثلاثة لا يكلمه الله. Three type of people which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not talking with them in the day of judgment. ولا ينظر إليهم يوم القيامة, even not looking at them. Even not looking at them. وَلَا يُزَكِّيهِمْ, even not purifying their disease. وَلَا يُزَكِّيهِمْ, they are not purified. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. So if Allah not talking to you, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not looking at you, if Allah not purifying, your sin is not be interceded by the household of Prophet Muhammad, you're surely facing a grave storm. You're surely facing a severe chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will facing a severe punishment. ثلاثة لا يكلمهم الله ولا ينظر إليهم يوم القيامة ولا يزكيهم ولهم عذاب أليم. Who are they? Who are they three people? First, Shaykhun Zan, an old man who committing fornication. An old man who has got a wife but committing adultery and fornication. وَمُلْكٍ جَبَّارٍ, and the oppressor of firstly is an old man who is committing adultery. وَمُلْكٍ جَبَّارٍ, secondly a government, a wrong, false, oppressor government. a government who's oppressing their country, their people. A government which their kingdom, their minister has atrocity, plunder,